Hello, reading friends. I'm Miss Sunshine, and welcome back to Bulldog Books. We are going to begin today with our nonsense word practice. Does everybody remember how long you have? 1 minute. So let's take a look at the top line of the words on this page. I am going to read them with you so that you'll know exactly how this practice should sound. Are you ready? Let's begin. Wob, bev, writ, mon, lin. All right, friends, you have 1 minute to read as many words on this page as you can. Get ready, get set. So you will stop right there, friends. Now is when you pause the video and go back to count the number of words that you were able to read in that minute and keep track of your score. We want to see if you're able to read a few more words each time you do this practice. Let's move on to our story. The title of our book today is Pete Makes a Mistake. And I am going to ask you at the end of this book, what lesson or moral of this story you think we can learn from the character Pete? The author's name is Emily Arnold McCulley. We are going to read this book as an echo read, which means Miss Sunshine will read a sentence or a page, and then you will echo read it back to me. Let's take a look at this first page. I'll go first. Come to my party, Sunday, 3 o'clock, Rose Pig. Now you. Can you take these to my friends, says Rose. What will you give me, says Pete. Cake, says Rose. Now you. Pete goes. He takes a note to Nell. And he takes a note to Dawn. Pete sees his friends. He puts Gert's note in his pocket. Rose gets balloons. She makes a cake. She hangs stars. She gets some rest. On Sunday, she waits. Dawn and Nell come. They have juice. Where is Gert? Rose asks. Why didn't she come? Let's look for her, say Dawn and Nell. Gert wants to play with her friends. But Nell is not home. And Dawn is not home. Gert looks for Rose. Rose had a party, she says, and she didn't ask me to come. Oh, so what is the problem that Gert is having? Yeah, she didn't get her invitation. Why didn't she get her invitation? Oh, do you remember the character at the beginning that was supposed to deliver the notes so everyone would know about the party? Let's keep reading. Rose, Dawn, and Nell go to Gert's house. Where is Gert? They ask her dad. I don't know, he says. She went out. Now your turn. They wait for Gert to come back. Oh, remember Pete? He's about to realize the mistake that he made. Let's read. My turn first. Then Pete looks in his pocket. He sees the note for Gert. Oh no, he says. He runs to Gert's house. Rose, Nell, and Dawn are there. Here's Gert's note, he says. I am sorry. We must find Gert, says Rose. I want some juice, says Dawn. They go back to Rose's house for juice. Gert is there. Here's your note, says Rose. Now we can have a party. And they all have cake, even Pete. So tell me about what happened first in this story. First, Rose asks Pete to deliver the note to Gert. Then what happens? Pete sees his friend and gets distracted. Meanwhile, what is Rose doing? She's getting ready for the party. She bakes a cake, she hangs stars and balloons. Then what happens? Some of the friends show up to the party, but Gert is missing. What is the problem or the struggle that happens? Do you remember how the characters were all in different places where Rose and the others go to find Gert at her house? Gert wanted to go play with everyone, so she actually ends up at Rose's house, and all because of Pete's mistake, right? So, if I were going to ask you how the story ends, what happens in the very end? Pete finds the note. He runs. He realizes he made a mistake. So there's kind of a moral in this story because we all are human. We all make mistakes. What would you say is the lesson that we learn from Pete's mistake? We learn that we all make mistakes, and the best thing we can do is try our very best to make it right. And one of the most important things that Pete does is he says he is sorry, and he gets the note to. He runs to Rose and the other friends and says, "Here's Gert's note. We have to go find her." And they end up being able to find her at Rose's house and have their party. I hope you had fun reading all about the characters in this story and their struggles and how they were able to still have cake at the party in the end. I'll see you next time.